Let me ask you a question, brother, while we're waiting on that.
Okay.
Because there's a question I've been asked. And I've been asked by somebody we both know. Percentage wise, what is the percentage chance of our people coming together in any relevant way to guarantee our survival here in America?
I would say the way I view that, I don't actually see our people's destiny based in national locale. And I might be wrong on that, but I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Everything I see happening to us here is happening on the African continent, but it's just we were the test dummies. So outside of South Africa, I think they're ahead of the curve on destroying us over other African people in some ways. I don't see Africa surviving without us turning our situation around, but I don't see us surviving without Africa turning its situation around. I see it as the few who have the thrill and the desire to fight for a better African race. It's only a few of us here. It's a few of us in Africa. It's a few of us. We have to become the shepherds. So to answer the brother's question, he was asking how the homophile agenda gonna do it. And to answer your question, yeah, I think we can save ourselves here, but it won't be in the context of saving ourselves in America. It'll be a racial thing. Will we do what Garvey said and meet in the whirlwind with 1 million African ancestors who were slaves? And with that spirit of resistance, will Dessalines come to us? Will Nat Turner come to us? Will Queen Nzinga come to us? Will Hannibal of Carthage come to us? Will our ancestral memory, Robert F. Williams and Mama Mabel Williams, will it come to us and we say, as African people, we're going to unite ideologically first? We're African. We're not trying to be no Indians, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to be Powhatan. I'm an African. We recognize that there's a oneness in our racial identity. And then we can appreciate our ethnic group. Yeah, we black. I'm from DC. Yeah, I'm from America. I'm a black American or whatever. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Yeah, I'm Wolof. That's no problem. Yeah, I'm Kikuyu. That's no problem. I'm Shona. That's no problem. Yeah, all that's good. But at the end of the day, I'm Xhosa. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But what really matters for power, not any one of those groups will survive on its own. That's like a finger. It's gonna get broken. You turn it like this, you can hit hard. For power as a race of people, we have to unify all of these fingers into a fist, which means that's the race. These fingers, this is my ethnic group. And this finger is powerful. It's the index finger. It exists in its own and it has its own job. It's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't have the same power that it has with this fist. What I can do with this, I can't really do with this. But this, I don't forget. So I'm saying nobody leaves their ethnic identity behind, their national identity behind. You're Haitian, that's nice. You Jamaican, that's beautiful. You know, you wherever you from, that's fine. You Ugandan, you know what I'm saying? You Ankole, you Bugandan, you're a Chole, that's cool. You Nubian, that's cool. But it ain't this. I'm an African. That's where the power is. That is empire. That's power. Now you can fight the other people on the planet. I just want to say this. I want people to understand. Think about this for a minute. We don't have one African military that can compete with France. Not one of them is anywhere in the ballpark. But let me ask you the question. If we looked at Africa, even just the African nations, not the Arab ones in the north, just the African nations, if each of them was a state or a region in one empire, how powerful would our military be then? It's not the Nigerian military. Nigerian is just the army. Nigerian is just the Nigerian unit. They just the unit. You got the Ivory Coast unit. You got the Congo unit. You got the Ugandan unit. You got the Kenyan unit. You got an Air Force, and each one of those is a different section of the same Air Force. You got the Ethiopian ground forces. You got the, you know what I'm saying, the Sudanese ground forces, but they all part of the same nation. Can you see the difference in that? Now you can fight France. If all of those nations say we're going to bind together, you can't get no goods from Africa, France. And since we all are one, if you do anything, you're not fighting the black people in Mali. If there's a Frenchman on the ground anywhere, his head goes to the ground. Anywhere on the African continent, anywhere. And if we take it a step further, we can really get dope and be like, you know what? Why I gotta be Africa? I live in America. It's more black people than it is French. So you better not have a French restaurant, because I'm assuming everybody in there French, you have a bad day. Like we gotta start getting, that's where our victory comes. The war in our people comes from unity and understanding the power in an identity. It's not undoable. It's just we haven't had that electric magnetic inspiration spark to hit us right, and then to do with it what we need to do. But it's happening in One Africa right now. It's happening in South Africa with Brother Marmon. These little things, these sparks are there. We just gotta, I told you, I'm going back in my next 50 years. I know you said I did a good job and blah, 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 but I ain't gonna accept that. I lost the first 50 years of my first 50 rounds. I lost those 50 rounds. I'm gonna win these next 50 rounds. We're gonna win this thing in Africa. We're gonna push this thing back, and we're gonna push it back and save it here. But I can't see a victory for black people in America outside of a victory of black people worldwide. That's my honest answer. I don't see it. I see it as a universal Garveyite whirlwind of a victory for African people. It's universal. If we separate it, we lose like the fingers, and they get broken and cracked, and we out.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also follow us on our other social media platforms. On Instagram, we're at dc.radical1. On Twitter, we're at dc_radical_ONE. And the Cash App is $DC Radical1. Again, thank you for subscribing. A BB for ODA and straight black pride.